Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. I am just sorting everything out as usual at the beginning and then away we go. Normally it takes me a little while just to post out all of the links. So what we're going to do for this one is I'm going to go over potential shot stuff for Flowey at the beginning and we'll just see what happens. Okay, so what I've got here is this setup where we have Frisk come in. This is it will be rendered at 30 FPS, but at the moment it's playing at 12 because of all the physics and everything, right? So we have Frisk come in. And then we have them stop there and Flowey pops up. Now, while everything is simulated well and everything, I think the shot itself is a little bit messed up because I'm not so sure on the actual angle of it. So what I'm thinking of is deleting and like starting from more over here and then slowly panning around to when Frisk comes in, right? So what we want is this kind of end here where if I move this, because I can control the rig. I'll show you the actual rig for the camera in a moment. It's really, really nice. But what we'll do is we'll rotate here and have the rig so it's slightly behind Frisk. And then we'll go down here and see how this works. And then we'll work from there. So I figure as well I need this to be closer. To do that, we can control the outer circle on the rig. And we'll just move it in slightly. So about here, so it's like over the shoulder shot. That looks interesting. And then we'll go from there. So we got this thing going on. And about here, we'll actually move the controller here that goes with everything. This is the controller that basically feeds everything and controls where the shot goes. So we'll have that go right above Flowey here. Right? So let's see how this goes. So we got about here, I need this to be focused on Frisk. So we got this going on, right? As long as that doesn't clip through the... We're good. Okay, now the only problem that I have here is how close this is at this point. If I actually might, instead of focusing solely on Frisk though, we move that so it has more of like a this shot going on. And then we have the actual control rig itself not be so tiny at that bit. Then we should be okay here. I have that about there, right? Then what we can do is we can roll this around. So we get to see more of the shot, and then have Flowey. I think by that point I might want it to be closer because of Flowey being there. It's either that or we go straight into Flowey's intro from there. If I move the rig so it's right over Flowey, and then we just go from there. Should be good. Okay, so if I lower that there. How close is that to Flowey? Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, it's not too bad. I just need to get the positioning correct for this end frame. So we go. Please don't clip through Frisk's head. No! Oh, that's not good. We'll have to mess around with the camera rig and just tweak the camera slightly out of place there and see what happens. So we go. That's not bad. The reason for this shot is I want like a one that shows off the room quite a bit so we can see it. And if I move this at the beginning, this target, to like here, and then we slowly pan over to Frisk as they walk through the door. The idea is that we give a little bit of time to like figure out what's going on. Although I say that, and like where we are spatially, but also at the same time, it's like I want it to transition quite well, so because that just shows us another part there that is pretty much like falling down. So maybe I just have it starting like this, and then instead we have it rotated slightly. The reason for that is because then it fully rotates to the left. So if we start like here, then it should, yeah, slowly rotates, comes in like this. We do like this sweeping motion. Again, the idea is to show off a lot of the room, because this is like one of the only shots we're gonna get. Hey, Sammy! This is one of the only like shots or snippets we're gonna get of the room itself, so why not, you know, try and at least place Frisk properly. When we get to about here, that's not bad. What we do need is when we get to about here, we need the target to be slightly more towards Frisk. And that's just so that Frisk stays on screen, because of them being the main thing that we're going to be looking at. And then what I need for is the target to be the... Hey Sammy, how you doing? That way I don't need to worry too much about animating Frisk jumping, because it's about that they need to do the jumping animation that I'll be doing later on. Because I only need to show them from behind. But we can get them jumping there at Flowey just appearing. Right? And then from this shot, we get to see all of the ruins back there that are going to be in. And then onwards from there we'll have like maybe an establishing shot of the rest of the room. I'm not so sure. We're gonna have a backwards and forwards between Frisk and Flowey here anyway. This is all Flowey's moment where he introduces himself, and then after that, we'll continue. I love the physics thing with Flowey that I set up last night, where we got him coming through in a moment. Ooh. And you can see all his petals moving around. And they're just good enough that they don't clip through. But the thing is, the grass has like a weird effect going on, so I've got it, because of it being rubberized, so I've got to overlay something to kind of take away from that. Watch. Ooh. Actually, not too bad. I wanted to make his appearance look bendy and everything when he first comes out. So he pops up like this, and we've got him. You can see him coming up. His petals are all kinds of crazy all over the place. And then we get him bending backwards and then going down again. And then we get him doing almost like this slow head tilt reveal. Sammy says, I'd just like to say hi while I'm not busy. Ah, thank you very much. See what this is like here. Might need to have the camera rig just a little bit closer there. There it is. Love this camera rig. It's so good. Let's really bring it in to show off Flowey here. Because this is Flowey's big intro. And then what I can do is do like a set of shots. Doing Flowey's dialogue. And also Frisk's funny reaction to it as well. I need to put the dust in here as well. Right, so from there, I need Frisk's line. And then I also need Flowey. So I need to do the animation for both of them. That's gonna be interesting, because I need to do character animation, so I'm gonna have to actually use my camera that I use for streaming to record stuff. So I'm actually gonna have to stop there. It was a pretty short stream, but yeah, just for the sake of no face reveal, and also so I can use the camera. So, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed. See you next time. Bye!